Meanwhile, the Eastern Conference Final shifted to Toronto on Saturday, where the Raptors got back in it, beating the Cavaliers in Game 3, 99-84. The Cavs lost their first game this postseason as Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving combined to hit only 4 of 28 shots from the field. This was the first time this postseason Cleveland failed to score 100 points. Stephen A., have you lost any faith in the Cavs?
Yes, I did. I've lost faith. That does not mean that I believe that the Cavs are going to lose the series. They will win tonight. They will win Game 5 back in Cleveland. They will be back to the finals for the 6th straight year in LeBron James' career. He's going back to the finals. Am I saying they can't win? No. I'm saying the way they've looked and the manner in which they played together, I was ready to ordain them favorites over OKC or Golden State.
I saw you on SportsCenter before.
That's right.
Saturday night's game.
That's right.
And you were gung-ho Cleveland.
I was gung-ho Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then they go out there, and you talk about wetting the bed. I mean, my Lord. And it's not, I'm not worried about Kyrie Irving shooting 3 for 19. He had a bad shooting night. It's just that simple. What really stood out in my mind are 2 things, because you got to understand, no disrespect to the Canadians, fabulous Toronto is just a marvelous city.
Yep.
And then on top of it all, the crowd is buzzing and they're great. You know, they love us. They go out, they don't, you know, I have ESPN out there, at least in those parts, and they watch us online every day. You know, they love it. I mean, everybody in the arena, the whole bit. You watch them, and I'm not thinking about Toronto. I'm just bypassing them. Listen, your best scorer doesn't even shoot threes in DeMar DeRozan. Kyle Lowry is inconsistent at best. He showed up the other day and really showed himself, and I was proud of him. But he was shooting up 20%, 28% prior to that and decompressing when he wasn't. So then you have that going on, okay? So with all of that being said, there is no reason why you should smack the Cleveland Cavaliers around the way they got smacked around in Game 3 Saturday night. And the fact that the Cleveland Cavaliers allowed that to happen really, really, really annoyed me. Because I'm thinking about Kevin Love. 1 for 9, really? And not only 1 for 9, 3 points. This is a $113 million man now. 3 points, and you got 4 rebounds in almost 30 minutes? 3 points and 4 rebounds for a $113 million man in Kevin Love. I mean, have you no shame? Have you no shame? And then I'm looking at Tristan Thompson, who I love. Tristan Thompson is a workhorse. Tristan Thompson goes after it. But we all know that you're challenged to score. We all know that you're pretty raw and green offensively. Your signature, your purpose in basketball life is to defend and rebound. And Bismack Biyombo, 26 rebounds. Tristan Thompson, I mean, the Canadian police put out an APB for him, and we still can't find him. Where the hell was your game? I mean, Tristan Thompson is so much better than this. I expect him, and because I'm being hard on Kevin Love a little bit, but it's only because I like Kevin Love, and I know he can play. I know he can play, and I know what Tristan Thompson could do. They didn't show up, and I look at that and I say, if Toronto can do that to you, what is Oklahoma City going to do to you with Steven Adams and Kanter and Ibaka? Or what are you going to do when Golden State is raining threes on you? Whatever it is, pick your poison. What you going to do? That's what made me worry, because I've been watching these other guys perform. I have no questions about LeBron. I believe that LeBron's going to show up when it's time. He didn't show up enough Saturday. He was trying to passe and whatever. But I have no doubt he will show up when it counts. I'm concerned about Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, even more so than Kyrie.
What have I told you all along about Kevin Love? You can't always trust him when the stakes are at their highest, which is why he's no superstar. I'll give you stars.
No superstar.
But he's not a superstar. And 1 for 9 doesn't surprise me at all. And by the way, does Kyrie have no shame when he gets 1 assist for the game? Seriously, I know you're shooting 3 for 19. I know nobody's converting your passes into points.
That's why I can't hold the lack of assist against them. They got to make shots here.
Okay. By the way, on Biyombo, did he make the trip to Cleveland? Because I don't remember him playing. Did he miss game 1 and 2?
He excels in Toronto, not on the road.
Yeah, I mean, what was that? I don't even remember him playing. And all of a sudden he gets 26. I said, who is that guy? Where did he come from?
4 blocks.
Yep.
And 4 blocks.
And by the way, before I answer Molly's question, I got to give some credit to Damari Carroll because I blasted him. I think we both blasted him the other day for having the audacity to say that LeBron and company were actors. They were acting. And then LeBron embarrassed himself and his team with his flop the other night. Did you not think it was a flop?
No. I thought, well, it was definitely a flop because he got hit by his own teammate.
I know, but he thought it was. But he thought it was Damari. He said afterwards, "I thought it was Damari." Come on, LeBron, you're better than that.
Yes.
You're bigger and stronger and tougher than that. That's just a flat-out flop to me.
Well, listen. What I'm saying is this: he definitely got hit.
Yeah.
It's just that he thought it was the opposing team.
He's a good actor.
And not
I
his
saw him in
teammate.
Trainwreck.
Well, listen. We saw from the movies this past summer. The man, LeBron James Trainwreck. He was really good in the movie. He's got some acting ability.
But he wasn't so good when Damari was guarding him the other night. And Dwayne Casey flipped their whole approach around and said, what are we doing? We're so conscious of keeping him off the three-point line. Why don't we keep him out of the paint? Novel idea.
That's right.
Because in those first 2 games, in Cleveland, they gave up 106 points in the paint, 56 and 50. Then Saturday night, they only gave up 20 points in the paint. Who knew? And guess what? They won. So I'm looking for Cleveland to have a much rougher time in this game tonight. Now, back to your question, which was, like, have I lost any faith? Stephen A. said you've lost something.
He's lost a little, but he still thinks they're going to the finals.
Right.
I know they're going to the finals. That's a given.
I just think they had a bad night. They got out-game planned. I've lost little to no faith in the Cavaliers, and I still think they're going to win tonight, and they'll close this out quickly.
But you know what? The question, and I'm just interrupting because the question that I need you to answer is, we obviously not talking about the conference finals. They're going to the finals.
Yeah.
Okay, when I say I lost faith, I'm talking about based on what I saw Saturday. Did that give me cause to pause about a particular matchup against OKC or Golden State?
I will flip the question around.
Okay.
I just gained a whole lot of faith in Oklahoma City. And I haven't lost any faith in Cleveland, but now if I'm thinking Oklahoma City, Cleveland in the finals, I think we might have the flip of what we saw when we went to those finals. The first time First Take went to the finals, when was it, 4 or 5 years ago? The first time they played Kevin Durant and LeBron. This time, it feels like it could be very different. Even though LeBron has so much more help, I don't know. Oklahoma City has caught fire, and Kevin Durant is playing at that nuclear level that he was always capable of, but something's changed in his maturity. He's become the unquestioned leader of this team. He's not letting Westbrook's out-of-control plays occasionally get to him.
He's getting in his face, too.
Getting in his face.
When he needs to.
I'm saying it's his body language shows me I have grown up and I've taken over this team. And by the way, punchline to all this, is it possible Kevin Durant is playing his way into staying in Oklahoma City?
Yes.
At least for 1 year.
No. Remember, what I was told is that he won the title. He ain't going nowhere.
No, okay.
I mean, because once you have a championship, you don't have to leave.
Well, maybe this is double good news for Oklahoma
It could
City.
be double good news, but I will tell you this. We always knew that Kevin Durant was one of the 3 best players in the world. What I'm seeing from him now is something special.
It is.
But
I agree.
Here's the issue. No matter what we're seeing from him, even if they beat Golden State, where they'll be next, they've been before. He has to close. You can do all of this.
Oh, I got it.
But because the #1 criticism, and probably the only criticism about Kevin Durant, is that when he goes against LeBron James, the numbers are there, but in critical, pivotal moments, he's not. So if you go up against LeBron in the finals, if you make it to the finals and LeBron is waiting for you, and Kevin Durant doesn't show up in those big moments,
I'm with you.
The same thing that plagues him will continue to plague him.
Yep. And as you said, you've gained more faith in Oklahoma City than you've lost in Cleveland. Good way to put it. Game 4, 8:30 Eastern. That's tonight on ESPN, and if you're on the go, on the ESPN app. The San Francisco Chronicle sums it up with the headline, Rolling Thunder. How much trouble are the Warriors in now after getting blown out in Game 3? We'll get into that when we come back.